Iran's supreme leader has been attacked hours after assuming power.
How are you doing with the attack? Out of 15, with 10 being the best.
Looks like World War III is breaking out. So we figured the best place to go is where World War II ended. And so I'm sorry. I just wanted to pick up where we left off. That's all. It's just sorry to bring it up. Is it too soon? Can we talk about it yet? I mean, it's been some time. It's been how many? 80 years. Wow, as of last year, huh? So we're at 81. We're getting so old, guys. We're getting so old. Wow, it's been 80 years. Okay, yeah, I think we could have talked about it at 60, to be honest. I think we could have had that luxury. But the last time I was here was right after Charlie Kirk was shot. And it was actually so interesting, and I tell people this because that was my first show in Tokyo ever. It was so memorable because it was the day Charlie Kirk was shot. I scrambled to write these jokes, put it together, brought it to the stage, and I was terrified that people were going to be like sensitive about it. I forgot we're not in America. And so because you're removed, you're here, it's like you don't feel the same way. And so the jokes went over a lot better than I thought. And then it was like a 20-minute set that I condensed down to, and I posted it on YouTube. Literally, like, it went viral within the first, 12 hours. It was at, 1 million views within 12 hours, which for me, for, a 20-minute video, that's probably the best I've ever gotten. The reason why I think it went so viral is because right after Charlie Kirk was shot, suddenly there was this, movement to censor people's criticisms of Charlie Kirk after he died. So everybody was hyper focused on that censorship. And so suddenly people being able to watch a crowd of people laughing their asses off. People were like, who are these people? I want to know them. And so the video went fucking crazy viral. And then YouTube took it down within the first 24 hours. Yeah. Which is funny because we hadn't even left Tokyo by the time they took it down. We posted it. We filmed it the first night I was in Tokyo. I was in Tokyo for 3 nights. We posted it the second day I was in Tokyo, and then it was just going crazy viral. And then me and Shai went to the airport. We were gonna fly home. We're gonna fly back to Hawaii, and it was one of those flights where they're like, we can upgrade you to first class for $1,000, both of you, which is a lot of fucking money. But usually upgrades to first class are $3,000. So me and Shai, brown dudes, were like, fucking bargain, dude. And the video is doing so well, and YouTube is the only app that I'm able to monetize on. Facebook blocked me and shit. So I'm like, dude, based on those numbers, let's do first class, man. So if you ever thought you were bad for laughing at a Charlie Kirk joke, I'm the fucking asshole who just made a bunch of money off of him. And then I'm like, Chai, let's pop some champagne and ride first class. Give it up for our boy Charlie Kirk, right? So we get the upgrade. We go to the lounge. We're getting ready for the time of our lives, and then we sit down, and I see that YouTube removed the video, and I was like, "Can we downgrade back to coach? Is that possible?" So yeah. Anyways, I'll never forget. So after that time, I realized this is a great place to talk about important things that maybe you're not going to get the same level of feedback in the United States. Because you guys are also smart. You're a lot smarter than the United States too. So it's you're going to get the jokes quick, and you're not living in a constant state of I don't know. I was going to say anxiety. We all have anxiety, and I see it. I've walked around the streets here. You have anxiety, but it's controlled anxiety. You know what I mean? You're able to manage it, and you guys have depression. Trust me. I feel it, but you also know how to you direct the depression inward like a responsible fucking adult. You know what I mean? You're not lashing out on people in the streets. I walk around Tokyo, I don't see one person I'm like, that person's an asshole. I can't spot a single asshole. I know they're there, but they're they're not showing it in their face, and that's the kind of responsible asshole I like. It's funny because I told this joke in the United States many years ago that did not go over well, and you'll see why. But I think you'll like it. But this was in 2015. This was 11 years ago. And I was performing at this place that I regularly perform in Hermosa Beach. It's a club that I really love, but the audience can lean a little bit more conservative. And on this day, it was announced that the last survivor of the Pearl Harbor attack had passed away of old age. Yeah. So, yeah, it's not like they finally got him. But but he was the last one who had been there. And he was the last one to remember it, and he finally passed away of old age in 2015. And so I told that to this audience, and then my punchline was, so does that mean the Japanese won? so yeah, they fucking hated it so much. It was crazy because the set was going so well until that point. Like, they loved me, and then they're like, nah. Honestly, I thought you guys would have liked it more, to be honest. I thought you would have been like, yeah, we did it! We fucking did it! But yeah, that crowd did not see it coming. Kind of like Pearl Harbor. But what I'm saying is, now that World War III is happening, let's laugh about World War II. You know what I mean? It's not... I think this is the time, you know? And don't get me started on World War I, but those people were hilarious. So, you know, I don't know, you know, how much you've been following the last week, but the United States and Israel, which is basically like the same thing, launched some military strikes on Iran. Okay. And yeah, and they did this on a Saturday, which is like, this is now the day that they decide to have war. And it's so obvious. They do it because of the stock market, right? The stock market closes on Friday and apparently has no fucking memory by Monday. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, I get it. You don't want the market to crash right there, but don't you think Monday morning people are like, hey, didn't we have a war this weekend? Maybe we should lower stock prices a little bit to reflect the sheer panic and anxiety. Like, no, dude, that was fucking Saturday, man. A lot of good things have happened since Saturday. But, you know, there's probably other reasons for it, too. I mean, Saturday is classically a day where people around the world, and especially in the United States, you know, they take the day off, and they like to get their mind off stuff. They usually don't watch news. So it's like a great day for us not to notice. But little do they know we're depressed and chronically online now. So they're probably having fun with their family. Like, fuck you, we hate our family. You know what I mean? We're watching the news every day. World War III is happening, okay? And some people are like, no, it's not World War because there's not enough countries. How many fucking countries do you need to be involved for it to be a world war? Like, if you just give me a number, like if it's over 30, I think we've already fucking reached that, right? If it's 40, we're getting close, okay? So you tell me if what the world, is it like all the countries have to be involved? Like, do your part, pick a side. It's World War III time, okay? But make no mistake, the United States wants Iran's oil, okay? Iran has the world's third largest oil reserves. Okay, coincidence? No. Okay, coincidences don't happen in the world of oil. You know what I mean? Okay, so if you want to know who has the most oil in the world, it goes like this. The number one oil reserves is Venezuela. Not sure if you've heard of them in the news recently, but they're a state in the United States, and they I'm just kidding. Not yet. But Venezuela has number one, and it's by a lot. Like, they have the most oil, and that's why we went for them first this year. You know what I mean? Like, you know, Trump was like priorities. Like they didn't even wait till like the 4th of January. It was like they literally did it. It was like New Year's Day. They're like, Venezuela, you know? So that's number one. It's something like 300 plus billion barrels of oil. Which apparently they can only extract very slowly. So it's going to take a long time to get all the oil. So yeah, none of us will ever like actually live to see all this oil be exploited. So you can only just think of it as they just drill it very slowly and look us in the eyes and be like, yeah, we took the oil, but we're taking it very slowly. You know, can you imagine if any other robbery happened that way? You know, like somebody's like, give me your wallet. And you're like, yeah, I just have a bunch of change. And they're like, well, I'm going to take it one by one. One by one, let me put it in my bank account. Okay, just wait. It takes a while for the wire to transfer. Okay, next one. And then just doing that until you fall over and die of old age. Like you were a survivor of Pearl Harbor. Now listen, call back. Venezuela is number one. Number two, the second largest oil reserves are in Saudi Arabia. Okay, but the United States doesn't mess with Saudi Arabia. They're our ally because they helped us with 9/11. So I wish it weren't true, but okay. So that's number two. We have and the Saudis, the Saudi government, they're our puppet government. Like that's us. You know, MBS, he's ours. You know, so we own that shit already. And that's why, like, it appears that Saudi Arabia has their own oil thing, but really it's like, you know, we can just hit them up anytime, be like, you got some of that drip? Okay, and so that's number two. Number three is Iran. Iran has a shit ton of oil. I mean, to be the third largest oil reserve holder in the world, you got to have a lot of fucking oil. And so, we've been eyeing them for a very long time. And so the United States, for decades, has been doing so many different kinds of operations to figure out how to get that oil. Okay. So like, again, they do not have the most oil reserves in the world. Venezuela does. Okay. But they're the ones that have been playing hardest to get for the longest time. And that's why it's like, we're like, ooh, like, you love to play hard to get, don't you? You're giving me a challenge. So that's why, like, Iran, to us, the United States, is like the final frontier. We're like, if we can get them, we can get them all, right? Because Venezuela was just like in and out one day. Like, all right, Maduro's dancing, cool, we're having fun, he's in a prison, right, whatever. But Iran, they've been working on this. Well, that's kind of downplaying it. They worked on Venezuela for decades also, but like they had it right to that point where it was easy for them to go in and do that. Iran, on the other hand, but I feel like a lot of people looking at me like, when does the comedy come? It doesn't. So yeah, I don't know what you were expecting when a fucking world war is happening. I don't know you were expecting like actual jokes. But anyways, the CIA does this in many countries. When a country does not want to give us the thing that we want, we implement sanctions on them. Okay, so that's what we've done with Iran. And the sanctions are to pressure them and make life so miserable for them. And the sad thing about sanctions is they harm the people more than they do the government, because governments can be corrupt and just pinch the money for themselves and just take it from the people. And so that's what's largely happened in Iran. And so that's the United States strategy. That's the CIA strategy. The CIA, it's like if I liked a girl, but she was dating my employee. And so the only strategy I could do is to just pay him less and less, so their dates become more and more horrendous. And then one day I finally slide in, like, ever been to a Michelin star restaurant? That's what the CIA does. Okay. So they've been doing that in Iran for a very long time because they're number three in oil. Number three. Number four is Canada. Okay. Soon to be the 51st state of the United States. If you've heard the rumors, okay, so like we've already been planning that for the longest time. Well, that's Canada's the one. Our strategy for Canada was like, we're gonna friend zone them. We're like, we're buddies, and then one night we're like, how do I slip my tongue in? That's what they're doing right now. And then number five is a country called Iraq. I don't know if you guys have any recollection of them and us, but I don't think nothing I can remember personally, but. So yeah, it's by design. When you see that the top 5 oil countries are an obsession for the United States, you fucking know it's always about the oil. Case in point, okay? We're trying to pretend. Here's the things they're saying about Iran, which are like these things are partially true, but they're bogus reasons. Number one, they're saying Iran is making nukes. Okay, they're saying Iran is making nukes. Netanyahu said that Iran will have a nuke anywhere from between 1 day to 1,000 years, depending on what mood he's in. It's like a mail delivery window. It's like, yeah, we'll just be home, okay? Just be home. But yeah, so Netanyahu's been saying that for the last 70 years, whatever, and we're still waiting. But the thing is, like, we know that this is bullshit because first of all, they're not quite at the level where they're able to make a nuke. They've been enriching uranium. They've been just stirring the pot, just waiting for it to be fully enriched, but they're still like 92%. They need to be at like more like 95 to have like a good bomb. Don't ask me how I know all this stuff. But there's that. And then also, like, historically, their government has said explicitly, both internally and externally, they don't want a nuke. Because the former supreme leader, Khomeini, he said nuclear weapons are haram. Shocking that somebody actually has a perception that nuclear weapons are bad, and yeah, so Khomeini said that nuclear